Welcome to the video guidebook to version 5.0 of Momentum Timer Pro. This guidebook is broken down into 4 chapters: using Momentum Timer Pro, understanding the layout, using the daily indicators, and using the monthly indicators. Momentum Timer Pro is a formula-based momentum filtering tool. It was designed to sort through a large number of ETFs to find potential long and short opportunities that might be otherwise overlooked. It is to be used in conjunction with your existing trading system and not as a sole determinant to making a trade. It will provide confirmation to the direction of your trade. As you go long, it should validate that with consecutive buy signals, and if you're short, it should validate that with consecutive sell signals, and it should alert you to when momentum on your trade is changing. You want to always use a stop loss or trailing stop loss on your trades. You should not overcommit or over allocate to a trade, and you always want to follow your existing trading system. When we take a look at the layout, for each row there is an ETF symbol and abbreviated description, cumulative daily buy or sell signals, rolling 10-day buy or sell signals, 1, 3, and 6-month momentum windows, and suggested position sizes. Let's take a look at a sample report, and here you can see it is sorted alphabetically. You have the ETF symbol, the abbreviated description. Next to that is the cumulative buy or sell signal based on the daily count. So for example, you see a 17. Because it is a positive number, it tells you there are 17 consecutive daily buy signals on the Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, symbol DIA. Here you'll see that there are the last 10 days of rolling daily indicators with the date above. To the right, you'll have the 1-month, 3-month, and 6-month position size for those who trade in longer formats. With each of those, there is a minimum, mid, and max position size, which we'll get into more detail later, and a sell position that suggests that you should not hold a position at all. You'll notice there are up and down arrows that will show up when on the days a change is made. So using the daily indicators are fast and designed to best match your existing trading systems. The formulas for Momentum Timer Pro include data based on the closing value and thus will slightly lag your indicators. So you want to use your real-time data when making a trade and do not attempt to trade solely based on the daily signals. You want to use the daily reports to create a hot list of long or short opportunities. When the cumulative daily buy count is equal to or greater than 20, it will highlight in blue. These will begin to create your potential short opportunity list. When the cumulative daily sell count is equal or less than minus 20, it will highlight in purple. This will build your potential long opportunity list. So here's an example. We'll take a look at a few pages of the report to see just how easy it is to build that hot list. So what I'm looking for are counts that are near or above 20. So you see DIA has a count of 17. So I'm going to put that on my potential short list if I am interested in shorting or participating in the downside move of a ETF. You'll see down here XLP has a 28, so this would make an excellent addition to a short list, as will XME at 17. And you can set your number of what you like to where you want, but at 20 or above, it will highlight in blue. Let's continue to the next page. So looking for a potential short opportunity, I would flag EWW onto my hot list. Bank loan is more in for portfolio. It's probably not something I would short or long, but something I would use in a portfolio, but you can check that out. It's got a nice count here over 24. Now, if I'm looking for a long, what I want to do is find something with a negative number, because something that has negative momentum, when that momentum turns, is a long position. So here TLT and ZROS both have minus 18 daily counts, so suggesting a potential long opportunity at some point. Let's take a look at the last page that we're going to go through, looking for potential short opportunities. I see DBB with a 20, as do I see soybeans, SOYB. So again, those would go on my list of things to potentially short. Again, if I shorted things. Now, if you don't, which it is risky to do that, then you want to focus on long opportunities and those where you're looking for negative numbers. So here we see Ethereum, ETHE with minus 29, and Bitcoin GBTC with a minus 41. So those would be potential long opportunities. And that's how I'm going to use the daily signals. You want to build your hot list out of the top long and short picks and add your hot list as other potential long and short opportunities present themselves. Again, if you're not comfortable shorting, you shouldn't. So focus on the long opportunities, but if you're comfortable doing both long and short, then you can use Momentum Timer Pro to build your list accordingly. You want to try to keep your list to a manageable number and always use a stop or trailing stop loss on your trades. Now let's take a look at the monthly indicators, as these were designed to mimic long-only computer-traded momentum strategies. The 6-month window is academically supported and the most widely used by momentum strategies. The 1 and 3 month windows are not as common, but they are used by strategies out there available today. You want to use the daily reports to create a hot list of long picks. Again, the monthly indicators are for long-only positions. When the cumulative daily sell count is equal or less than minus 20, it will highlight in purple, and this is where you want to start building your potential long opportunity list. You want to monitor the preferred window size to indicate a starting trade when it indicates a buy minimum. It will go from a sell none to a buy minimum, and that's where you want to start taking your position. Unlike the daily indicators where you should not follow the position, follow and make a trade on, the monthly indicators are slower and more applicable to actually using as a trading indicator. A buy minimum indicates to take a small position size as momentum is weak. A buy mid indicates to take a medium position size as momentum is moderate. And a buy max indicates to take a large position size as momentum is strong. Position sizes should be relative to the maximum percent of your portfolio you wish to allocate to a trade. As momentum reverses from a buy max to buy mid and so forth down, you want to tighten your stop losses or trailing stop losses to try to lock in your gains. Again, always use a stop loss or trailing stop loss on your positions. And so let's take an example of how I would find those long-only positions I'm looking for on the monthly windows. And here we're going to go right to TLT and ZROS because we looked at those before and they had minus 18s. And so a long-only position starts when momentum is negative and turns higher. So I'm going to flag these to my hot list and look over here. You'll notice it has on the 1 month, sell none. On the 3 months, sell none. And on the 6 month, only ZROS has a buy minimum. So the way I would first use this is I would wait, depending on if I was trading the 1, 3, or 6 month position, for momentum to shift, the minus 18 to start going positive, and then at some point you're going to see a buy minimum like this, and that's where you want to start taking your position. Now, in the example where you have ZROS that already has a buy minimum, at this point, unless you already owned it and are holding that position, you would want to wait till momentum shifts. Maybe wait till there's a 7 or 10 days of cumulative counts and then start your position at the buy minimum. Just because it says it's here doesn't mean you should, because right now the count is negative, and that means you probably want to wait to enter that position. Otherwise, wait until the sell none starts to go to a buy minimum and then take your position. Keep in mind, from this stage, the 1 month will trigger before the 3 month, which will trigger before the 6 month position. The 1 month is the fastest of the monthlies, 3 month is a little bit slower, and the 6 month is the slowest of them all. Again, keep in mind the 6 month is the most academically supported and widely used among momentum strategies today. Let's go to the next page where we saw 2 other big negative numbers, and that was on Ethereum and Bitcoin with a minus 29 and minus 41 respectively. Here you can see with Ethereum, there's no position on the 1 month or the 3 month, and there's a minimum position on the 6 month. So unless I already owned it, I would probably not add a position at this point, but wait until momentum shifts and then take on that minimum position, maybe after 7 or again 10 days of a cumulative count, and then I'd take a position there. On Bitcoin, you'll notice it has no positions, so this one's relatively easy. I would flag this one to my hot list and then wait until either the 1, 3, or 6 month window, depending on which one I want to trade, goes to a buy minimum, and then I would take a minimum position size accordingly. Build your hot list out of the top long picks or those with large and increasing large negative daily cumulative counts. You want to add your hot list as other potential long opportunities present themselves, and you always want to use a stop loss or trailing stop loss on your trades, and do not overcommit, or over allocate to a trade. So hopefully this will help you use Momentum Timer Pro to filter and sort to build a trading list. If whether you're a short-term trader who is using daily signals and real-time data to do swing trading, or perhaps you're a longer-term investor looking to allocate on a 1, 3, or 6-month window with your portfolio. The content of this video provides educational information and is not intended to provide investment or other advice. This material is not to be construed as recommendation or solicitation to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or to participate in any particular trading strategy. This video was prepared by Steven Van Metre, personal capacity. Opinions expressed in this video that do not reflect the view of Alice Financial Advice Inc. or Steven Van Metre Financial.